In late January 2017, the government introduced proposals to limit the legal costs that are recoverable for claims that settle for less than £25,000. The rationale behind such a decision was to save costs and to hopefully to reintroduce those fees into NHS frontline services. It's my opinion that the government has failed to consider the true impact of the changes. It seems to me that there's been a failure to appreciate that the value of a claim doesn't often go hand in hand with the complexity. You can have relatively modest value claims which are hugely complex and require a huge amount of support and input from independent experts, far more than significantly higher value claims. In addition, the consultation seems to have failed to take into account the defendant's conduct. For example, if defendants made earlier admissions in such claims, legal costs would clearly be saved, rather than defending claims which simply shouldn't be defended. But most importantly, if the changes are made, it may no longer be commercially viable for firms to be able to continue to take on claims which are worth less than £25,000. That would lead to clients potentially being in a very daunting situation where they have to take on a trust, where they have to take on a GP to get appropriate redress. In reality, such individuals are unlikely to have the finance or experience to be able to get a successful result. So innocent victims of medical accidents are going to, in effect, be prevented from having access to justice. If you look at our video case studies, there's actually a case of Mr. Farnworth which suits this position. Mr. Farnworth's case was legally very complex and he required a great deal of assistance emotionally as well for such a traumatic and sad circumstances surrounding the passing of his child Amber. He was involved in a very traumatic and complex litigation which was fiercely contested through to trial. With legal assistance, we were able to secure for Mr. Farnworth the apology and the compensation that he so desperately deserved. Under the new regime, it's highly unlikely that we would have been able to assist him.